Happy Friday. I am coming to you this morning completely makeup free because we are going to do makeup together this morning. So grab your phone or your laptop, head to your bathroom. I am going to walk you through all the steps of my makeup routine. We've done this before. It's super fun. And I want to share with you some products that are some of my oldies but goodies that I've been using for years and years and years. And then also I got few new products lately that I tried out that are some of my new favorites. So I'm excited to share those with you. But good morning. It is a makeup-free morning, and I chopped 6 inches of my hair off this week. Totally impulse decision. Not gonna lie. I went into my hairdresser, and my hair had been thinning for the past 3 months. I've probably lost like 50% of my hair, not exaggerating. I've always had really, really thick, wavy hair my entire life. I was on some medication for 9 months. I went off. My hair just started falling out like crazy. As soon as we moved into this house, it's just been like hair all over the floor in the bathroom, hair everywhere, awful. So I started taking loads of biotin. It is growing back. She told me she saw lots of new growth. But in the meantime, we chopped off 6 inches and I'm still kind of freaking out over it. I'm still in shock. But I washed and dried it last night for the first time since she did it. And it took me 10 minutes flat from beginning to end, even with flat ironing it and everything. So I'm kind of excited about it. And if you've been around Get Your Pretty On for a while, you know this is a throwback hairstyle, like circa 2017, I think was the first time I chopped my hair. So still getting used to it, but I'm slowly coming around to being really excited about it. So anyway, I can curl it too, which is awesome. There's a lot of different ways that I can fix it now. So back to makeup. That's what we're talking about today. I want to walk you through my makeup routine and talk to you a little bit about why makeup matters. So today on Get Your Pretty On, I have a blog post, and I went into a little bit of detail in that where I talked about how I would, back in the days of starting Get Your Pretty On in 2012, getting dressed was really a big struggle for me, and I spent all of my time in my yoga pants, and I'd wake up in the morning like I am right now, no makeup, no hair fixed, and just throw on my yoga pants and spend the whole day like that. And slowly over time, I started to notice that I was getting into a rut with this. And that's really what led me to say, hey, something's got to change here. I need to switch something up because this ain't working anymore. I was losing my motivation. It started to spill over into other areas of my life where I just wasn't feeling good about myself anymore. My self-care was terrible at that point in time. So, getting dressed was one of the things that I was able to do that was like a small, tangible action that I could take in the right direction that really started to make me feel so much better. But one of the things I didn't mention and didn't really focus on at the time, but was equally as important, was just putting on a little bit of makeup every day and fixing my hair. I know not everybody wears makeup, and this is a judgment-free zone. This is totally your decision whether you decide to do that or not. But for me personally, it is a decision that makes me feel good. I like to feel like my skin is evened out and just, put on a little bit of makeup to make my eyes pop and all that good stuff, cover up my redness. I have a birthmark between my eyes. Some days it's a lot redder than it is today, but it's one of those things that I just feel better when I have my skin tone evened out and just a little bit of makeup on. So we're going to walk through those steps today, but I also have an announcement to make. Coffee Chat is moving. Yes, it is moving. It is not going to be here on this page anymore. I am going to start doing Coffee Chat in our Get Your Pretty On Pretties Facebook group. So if you're not over there yet, you can join now at getyourprettyon.com/Facebook, or if you're on Facebook, you can just search Get Your Pretty On Pretties and it'll come up. But there are a few reasons I want to do this. Number one, that community is freaking awesome in every possible way. The ladies in there are so kind, so supportive. They're constantly giving each other advice. Like, we have newbies coming in that are just getting into style, just reinventing their wardrobes, or building it after a major life change, like having a baby or a weight loss, or becoming an empty nester, or moving from corporate world into working from home. There are so many reasons why women are in there. And then we also have our veterans that are in there, women that have been around Get Your Pretty On for a long time, that have done outfit formulas programs, who are giving better advice than me. Totally. They are better than I am. I'm not going to lie. But it's such a great place. It's such a good environment. And I want as many women to experience this as possible. So I want to move Coffee Chat over there going forward. I'll be here for a few more weeks. It's not going to start until November 6th. So I'll keep reminding you, if you haven't joined yet, to get over there and join. But it's just a more intimate environment. And bonus perk, we do exclusive things in that group, like giveaways and discounts and all kinds of fun stuff. So lots of reasons to go join the Get Your Pretty on Pretties Facebook group. But Coffee Chat will be moving there November 6th. I'll definitely give you a few more reminders between now and then, but I would love for you to join me over there. Also, fall is here in Texas, finally. There's a cold front moving in. It's only 63 right now. Well, I'd say only 63. It's gonna get colder today. But we've got these crazy fluctuations in weather. So I'm always fascinated by where you're at and what your weather's doing. I know we can be like in the 80s here, and then there are some women that are in the 20s and having snow. So definitely tell me in the comments on the live what your weather is like where you're at right now. So anyway, back to the makeup. I am makeup free if you're just tuning in this morning, because we're gonna do makeup together. And I just want to tell all of you that makeup to me is one of those things that just kind of finishes out my look for the day and really just makes me feel like I'm ready to face the day. Over the past few months, I would say that my style has become more casual, but my makeup has stayed the same. I continue to do the same routine every single day, even though I'm more into wearing like yoga pant outfits, for lack of a better term. I still manage to do my makeup and hair every day, and that makes me feel like I'm more put together. So I know the importance of that right now. It is super important for us to feel like we have control over something, or that we're having that motivation even if nobody's seeing us all day except, you know, our spouse and kids or whoever we're stuck at home with. So first off, I'm going to talk to you about my favorite product. This is my ride or die. Like, if I had to be stuck on a deserted island and I can only take one makeup product with me, this is the one. Let me get some coffee. Gotta power through with a coffee today. And that is my IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream. You can see this tube is almost gone. I've got a brand new tube in my drawer. I've always got backups. But I love this product so much, and so many of you have converted to it. It is my base, my foundation. For reference, the color that I'll be applying this in is medium neutral. This is the illumination formulation of this product, but they also have just a regular one, which doesn't have as much of the illuminating ingredients in it. And then they also have an oil-free matte version of this, which is what my daughter uses. So this is actually great for all ages. I love that it has a SPF 50 plus in it. Again, it's like a daily thing that I put on, whether I'm gonna do a full face of makeup or not, because I do like to have that daily SPF. And a little bit goes a long way. So this tube lasts forever. There is a sale going on right now, coincidentally, BOGO sale. IT Cosmetics is doing a BOGO, which is unheard of. And I have an exclusive discount, and it's BOGO, B-O-G-O 8, that they gave to me to share with you, because you're gonna get an additional 20% off. So you can get 2 of these if you want to, but there's a bunch of other products included in that. And I will give you my link if you wanna shop that after the video is over. But I apply this with a little bit of a round sponge, and you can see that pretty much immediately what it does is gets rid of all that redness between my eyes from my birthmark. I have a lot of redness around my nose. And this product is actually kind of lightweight. It's not a super heavy foundation, and I like that. I feel like the coverage, though, is pretty full coverage, even though it feels lightweight on the skin. It also is packed with a bunch of skin-loving ingredients, I guess, for lack of a better term. And I feel like whenever I put something on my face, I want it to do double duty now. I'm over 40, I'm 47, and I like my skincare and makeup products to actually improve my skin. So this one has hyaluronic acid, it's got hydrolyzed collagen, it's packed with vitamins and antioxidants and all that good stuff. So I love that I'm not just applying makeup to my face, but I feel like I'm actually doing something good for my skin at the same time. So that is my base. I put it everywhere. I don't use concealer on a regular basis. Actually, I don't really use concealer at all unless I have a really bad zit that I can't cover with my foundation. But you can definitely use concealer with this. I would recommend applying your concealer after your foundation because that is going to do a better job of brightening up the dark spots on your face. All right, so that's my first step. Now, if my face is feeling oily, sometimes I'll just go ahead and set it with a light powder. I have, again, It Cosmetics Airbrush Perfecting Powder. I can dust a little bit of this over my T-zone if I'm feeling super oily, but a lot of days I skip it because I really just like the finish that the CC Plus cream leaves on my face. All right, so next step in my makeup process, and again, this is my daily makeup routine, so it's not super complicated, but I do have a couple of different steps that I don't skip. So contouring is my next step in the routine, and I do that with a bronzer. This is L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It, and the color is number 2. I don't know what that is, but there you go. I have a couple different bronzers that I rotate. I have this Hoola bronzer from Benefit, which is a great matte bronzer if you're looking for a matte one. The Lumi bronzer does have a little bit of an illumination factor to it, which I kind of just like that more than the matte bronzers. So I just take my brush and apply a little bit where the sun would hit me. Now, if you're wondering if I wear bronzer year-round, the answer is yes, I do. I like to have just a little bit of a sun-kissed look, even in the winter months, especially in the winter months, because my skin gets really pale then. And I don't apply as much because it doesn't look natural when my skin's a lot lighter, but I do apply it in the places where the sun would naturally hit me. So across my hairline, my forehead, down the bridge of the nose. Then I just hit my cheeks a little bit with it to create a little bit of contour and a lift there. You can smile a little. Smile while you do your makeup. And then I just kind of hit the jawline here on both sides just to give it that little bit of a contoured look. And that's it for bronzer. Next up is blush. I have a post today on Get Your Pretty On talking about this blush and a few new products that I got from Nordstrom this past week. This is the NARS Blush and Orgasm. I've worn this one for years. I love that it just gives you that nice little flush. It's ultra sheer. As a matter of fact, it takes a lot of pressure to get a lot off there, which I like. I like to have power or control over how much power my blush has on my cheeks. And this one also has a little bit of an illuminating effect. So it gives you just that subtle hint of light bouncing off the top of your cheekbone. If you're looking for a nice lifted effect, then smile big and just run your blush across the top of your cheekbone. I know that apples of the cheeks and blending out used to be the way that I applied blush for years, but now I do more of this application technique because I feel like it has more of that lifting effect. And I don't know if you can see it or not. The lighting in my bathroom is bad and it's super cloudy and rainy out today. So, but it does leave a little bit of a shimmer on the tops of your cheekbones. But you can add more shimmer, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, that is it for blush and contouring. Next up, we're gonna do some eyeshadow. I love this It Cosmetics Superhero Palette. I don't even want to show you it because it looks pretty bad on the inside. There you go, but that is a well-used palette. I love this one because it's got lots of neutrals, but you can also create more dramatic looks for nighttime. I like to do this pretty shell pink color all over my lids. You could also do a champagne color all over your lid. Those are universally flattering shades on everybody. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply that on the lid. If you don't want to do a lot of eyeshadow, this might be enough for you. You can just apply it to the lid. But if you want to do a little bit more, then you can apply a soft brown in the crease. Just blend it really well. I have deep set eyes, so I try not to do anything too dark in my crease because it makes them look even deeper. And then if you want to, you can also do a little bit of a highlight at the brow bone. I'm using a different eyeshadow quad for that. This is Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells. I've loved this little quad for many, many years. And it's super cheap. I think it's like $3. But you can just apply a little bit of that at the top of the brow bone to give you that nice Little bit of lift. It also defines your brows a little bit too. All right, that's it for eyeshadow. Eyeliner. I've done the same eyeliners for the past few years. I like to do powder eyeliner. Again, I use the Superhero palette for this. I like that it's an all-in-one palette for my eyes. And there's a nice black and a nice navy in here that I can use to line my eyes with a super skinny brush like this. I prefer powder eyeshadows to do my eyeliner because I feel like I have more control over it. Although I do have some eyeliners that I love. It Cosmetics makes a really great superhero liner. If you're a fan of liquid eyeliners, I highly recommend this one. It is foolproof. I used to be afraid of liquid eyeliner because I felt like I was going to screw it up all the time, but this one actually works really well. And again, I do have the BOGO code if you want to use that. It's BOGO and the number 8 to get 20% off, but all of the IT Cosmetics essentials are buy one, get one free. All right, so we're going to do top first. And I started a great debate on Get Your Pretty On a few years back about whether we should be doing bottom eyeliner or not. I know a lot of you have ditched bottom eyeliner. I think it's a little more in vogue to do so, but I also think it's an individual decision, and some women look better with bottom eyeliner and that little bit of definition on the bottom of the eye. So I went from ditching bottom eyeliner entirely to going back to doing it again, but now I only do just the outer third of my eye with eyeliner. So just a little bit of definition right there. And I think that's enough. Okay. There we go. Eyeshadow and eyeliner are done. Next on the list, we're going to focus on eyelashes. My eyelashes are super short right now. They suffered along with my hair, so I've been wearing falsies for the past, I don't know, year or more. The reason I love them is because my eyes get irritated easily by mascara, but they don't by the falsies, thank goodness. And they're quick and easy to put on. It does take practice, but I promise you it's totally worth it. So the lashes that I use are the Kiss lashes, so wispy. Number 11 is the style that I use, and these are a great length. I do have to trim them a little bit because my eyes are a little bit smaller, so I usually trim off the inner or the outer piece section so that they fit my eyes a little bit better. And I like using this Duo lash glue. It comes in clear and black. I usually do the black because it gives me a little bit more definition on the top lid, which is kind of like my eyeliner. So it does double duty. But the way that I apply these is I just take my tweezers and grip them. This is the wrong tweezers. I have a pair of blunt tweezers that I like to use better. All right, here we go. Grip them like this. And then open your glue. You're just going to take a very, very small amount of this glue and run it across the top of the lash strip. And yes, I wear falsies around the house because, again, they make me feel awesome. We should always do the things that make us feel good. I want to tell you guys a story. I used to, when I was working from home 12 years ago, however long ago, 8 years ago, 2012, I would always use the excuse that I didn't want to put makeup on because I was saving money. But by the time I'd wear my makeup, then it was expired. So I wasn't really saving money. I was wasting money. And it feels good to wear makeup, so we should do it. Okay, so you just let that glue dry for like, not dry, but set up for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then apply it, you need the magnifying side, right behind your natural lash line, directly to the eyelid. It sticks right on there. And then just give it a couple seconds and they set right up. And to the other side. One eye always works out way better than the other. I don't know why, it just happens that way. Ah! Now we're dropping things. The beauty of lives. If you're just tuning in, you missed my announcement earlier. I am moving Coffee Chat to the Get Your Pretty on Pretties Facebook group on November 6th. So that's where you'll have to tune in to check it out, but you're gonna love that group. So you can join at getyourprettyon.com/Facebook, or you can go there on Facebook right now. Just open another browser up and search for Get Your Pretty on Pretties, and you'll find it. All right, so my left side is usually my more challenging side. My left eye is smaller than the right. I'm gonna have a hair stuck in this one. There we go. And these are reusable. I peel them off every night before I shower. And then I save them and I reuse them until they start looking rough and I just need to grab another pair. These are about $8. You can get them on Amazon. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pairs of them. So pretty awesome. I'm sorry, 5 pairs. I was counting lashes themselves. Okay, there we go. Lashes are done. Next up, we're gonna do brows. I had my brows microbladed a few years back, and they're fading slightly, and my brows have been a mess since the pandemic because I haven't really been going to get them done very often. I usually get them shaped up every couple months, and then I just tweeze them in between to keep the shape. But I do love my IT Cosmetics Brow Power Full eyebrow pencil. The thing that I love about this is it's a universal pencil, so it works for every hair color. It just depends on how much force you use when you're applying it, and that determines how dark it's going to be. But I just use mine to kind of fill in the little empty places and to give my brows a little bit more definition. So they're a little thinner on the ends, and I like to just take this pencil and draw the little individual hairs right across the top of my brow. And then I spoolie it through whenever I get done. And again, this is my everyday makeup routine. I do all these steps. It doesn't take long. It only is taking long right now because I'm running my mouth the entire time. But normally it takes me about 5 to 7 minutes, if that. Got it down. All right, I'm gonna just kind of spoolie that through to blend a little. All right, and we're done with brows. Now, normally that's where I would stop. I'm done for the day, yay! But I promised you I was gonna show you a couple things. So if you want to add a little bit more brightness to your face, again, we're gonna be using this Wet n Wild Quad in Walking on Eggshells. There's this pretty sparkly champagne shade in here, so sometimes I will add a little tiny bit of that to the corners of my eyes just to give me a brighter look. I think it gives you a more wide awake look to your eyes, especially if you're actually tired and have some dark circles going on. So you can put a little bit of that in the corners. And then you can also take your finger and do these little sparkly shades if you want to give yourself a little bit more shimmer on the top of that cheekbone. This is a quick and easy way to do that. And my shimmer's probably not showing up because of the bad lighting. So that's an additional step you can take. Another additional step that you can take is, I have this setting spray, and this stuff is awesome. I don't know if you've ever used setting sprays before. I have not really used them much, but now that I'm wearing a mask all the time, I feel like setting my makeup just helps it to stay on better. So IT Cosmetics has this Your Skin But Better setting spray, and you just kind of spritz a little bit on, and it helps your makeup stay put all day long. So I normally sit around at my desk with my hand like this, and then I have a big thumb mark on my face after the fact. And I noticed the other day when I sprayed this stuff on, I was like, wow, my thumb mark's not on my face for once, but you just spray it on. It has other skin-loving ingredients in it too: hyaluronic acid, coconut water, aloe vera extract, and it is 16-hour wear, so this stuff works really good and keeps your makeup in place. Again, this is not something that I do every day, but if I did want my makeup to last a little bit longer, then I do recommend this setting spray. One other thing, I knew there's one other thing I was going to show you. I'm losing my mind. Oh, it's lips. I have not been wearing lipstick or lip gloss at all, unless I'm doing videos generally. But I did get this little MAC mini lipstick. It's in Velvet Teddy, and this is a matte lipstick, and I haven't really worn many matte lipsticks in the past. I usually like a glossy look. But this is a nice neutral, and these are only 12 bucks, so if you want to try a couple different colors of MAC lipstick, this is a great way to do it. And I got these at Nordstrom. If you check out my blog post today on Get Your Pretty On, I have this one linked up. If you don't want to go with a matte, then you can add a little bit of gloss on top. This is Lancome Juicy Tubes gloss. And there we go, a little bit of gloss. So I'm super fancy for today, sitting around in my yoga pants and not leaving the house all day. All right, guys, I hope you had fun doing makeup with me this morning. Remember that Coffee Chat is moving November 6th to the Get Your Pretty on Pretty's Facebook group. So be sure to go over there and join. And I will see you guys back here next Friday. Bye.